What's up everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I wanted to talk about this carpet extractor carpet cleaner that I found on walmart.com. It's from the Hart brand. Now we did a bunch of reviews recently with some of the Hart electric pressure washers, and I was overall very impressed with them. So I found this thing, I picked it up for $65. Now that's not the normal price, guys. They show online for 139 bucks, but even at that price, I still think this is a phenomenal value. Now they are currently out of stock. I don't know why. It might just be a supply chain issue. Hopefully they'll be back in stock soon, but I wanted to kind of give you guys a brief overview of this thing and show you all about it. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel because I am going to be doing some other extractor videos similar to this one that are available on Amazon that I found. I just ordered one and I'm gonna be testing that one out and seeing how well that one works as well. So make sure you guys are subscribed if you're interested in these extractors for sure. So anyways, let's jump into this. This is the Hart 3-in-1 wet dry shampoo vac. So they call it the 3-in-1 and I was kind of like, what's the 3-in-1? It's a vacuum and it's a shampooer. That's two things. Well, they're considering wet vacuuming as 1, dry vacuuming as 2, and shampooing as 3. So all good there. So let's go ahead and jump into the components. I have used this thing. You can see it's sitting right here. I used this to do an interior detail on my Sequoia, 2002 Sequoia. And the carpets in that thing were really, really bad and they came out phenomenal. So right off the bat, I was impressed with how well it worked. So let's go ahead and jump into it, see what it comes with, and then we'll talk about the unit a little bit more. Okay, so inside the box comes the unit, obviously. You get a brush attachment. You get a few different attachments. You get 2 different types of filters. You get a normal filter for when you're vacuuming. This is your dry vacuuming. Wet's okay too, as long as it's just damp, but for mostly dry vacuuming. Then we also get this little mesh filter that goes right over the top of the interior component where the filter sits. This is your wet filter. So this is what you'll be using when you're using it as an extractor. Additionally, you get a floor attachment that's kind of like a little squeegee. Let's see if it'll focus on there for you. Yeah, there you go. So it's got kind of like a little textured squeegee attachment that goes across. We get a metal telescoping handle for when you're using it as an upright. Now, as you can see, I did not use this, but let's go ahead and open it up. Locks into place. Just got a little button here, just push up on it, telescopes out. Feels really, really good actually, guys. It just obviously just sits in these little grooves along here and sits into place really, really well. Function-wise there, they did a fantastic job. You can stop it halfway, locks into place really well. So really cool. Again, I haven't used this at all personally. I just use it on cars, but cool little attachment. All right, so moving on, more attachments. Like I said, we get the brush attachment. We get a crevice tool attachment. We get a semi-see-through clear claw attachment with the injector here, just like a normal extractor. This is kind of, it's a softer plastic, but gives you the same appearance and everything as like my $1,100 Mighty carpet extractor that I use. Now the Mighty is a heated extractor. It heats up the water really hot, helps break down everything. This is not heated. It's just, you're just gonna be using it to rinse away stuff, but it does come with that. And the fact that they make it clear is really awesome because you're able to see all the junk coming out of the carpets, out of the upholstery, all that kind of good stuff. So now the last thing that it comes with is it actually does come with some carpet cleaning solution. I did not use this. I always pre-treat my carpets, upholstery, all that kind of stuff with the cleaner of my choice, agitate it with a brush, and then I just basically use the extractor to rinse everything, pull all the chemical back out, suck up all the dirty stuff that was broken down and leave it that way. So I never personally use this. I feel like it also helps to prolong the life of the unit without using this, because when you put this in the tank, it goes through the whole system and just can clog up some of the hoses and things like that. So I didn't use that. I don't know how good it is, but it's nice that they give it to you. So let's go ahead and talk about the hose now. They give you a 7-foot hose. Basic attachment, it actually is really, really nice. It's got kind of a screw adapter here, and it just screws right in, right into the nozzle on the unit itself. Now attached to the hose is your little cleaning solution, or you can just use it, you can call it your water hose, basically where all the water's gonna be coming through. Really simple. You just press it into this little piece up here, snaps right into place, and then to release it, you just push down the button and pull it right out. It's got a little O-ring on it. I didn't have any leaking from it or anything like that for my use. Now, it is definitely not as robust as a professional grade extractor, not even close. These are plastic pieces, but I will say for the price, I was very impressed with the operation of the unit. Like I said, I didn't have any issues with this, especially like I said, guys, if you don't use the solution in the solution tank and you only have clean water coming through these, they're gonna last a decent amount of time. Just be careful with them. They're not the most robust thing in the world, but they should be fine. Additionally, you do have one that just screws on right into the handle here. Now, there you go, and then one in the back as well. So all this stuff comes together really, really nicely. Now, right off the bat, the handle is here. You can see it's a nice, there's buttons and everything here. And all of your controls for this unit are here. So basically, let's run through the unit a little bit more. But right on the back here, so on the back of the unit, you get a 15-foot power cord. 15 feet along with the 7 feet of hose gives you 22 feet of reach from wherever you're plugged in. You can reach 22 feet away and be cleaning. So pretty good. It does have a little hook back here. You can hang whatever you need on that. Has a little filter here also. You can clip that up. Whoops. Okay. Let's go ahead and put that back in. Okay, now let's talk solution tank. So as you can see, the solution tank is right on the back, just sits in this little cart, lifts out really easily. 1 gallon capacity. Now again, you can mix in solution into this. I don't recommend it, I just use water, but very, very simple. You just fill it up. I filled mine up right in my sink. It fit in there nicely. It's probably, I don't know, 6-7 inches tall. Not a big deal there, it fits into most sinks. Plop it back in there. And then this is your solution fill tank, or a fill hose. This is where all the solution is gonna be sucked up through. So it's very simple. It's got a little filter on the end. Just put it back in, snap it down into place, and you're good to go. Okay, now let's talk about the function of this unit. How do you run it? So you have your basic toggle on-off switch up here. The unit is plugged in. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. Nothing, right? Nothing at all. So you actually have these 2 buttons right on the front. You also have them on your handle right here. Same deal. So step number 1 is this little vacuum looking attachment. Same thing is up here. You can hit it. Turns the unit on. This one, little soapy bubbles or something. You hit that one. That one's going to be your injection of your solution, or in my case, just water. So I'm going to try and focus it for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. Just got to wait for a minute for the pump to prime, and there you go. So a nice, very nice wide pattern as I get everything wet behind me, but a nice wide pattern. Now it's not a super powerful water stream of water that's coming out. However, it is doing enough. It's doing a good job of putting out water so you can rinse everything away. One of the things I do like about the unit is that once you're in the car and working, or if you're working on your couch or whatever else you're just trying to clean up, you can control the whole thing right here at your fingertips. Really, really nice, right? Turn on the vacuum. Now, the only thing I don't like is typically when you use an extractor, the vacuum is sucking. In order to inject the water, you pull a trigger and it injects water, and then you can do your pull. And then at the end of your pull, you can let go. It stops shooting water. Go back up, suck it out again if you want to. This one, as you can see, hopefully you can see, the button turns the water on, and that's it. And then you would have to be constantly pushing the button on and off, which is not ideal. Also, I'm gonna try and get this to focus, but when you turn it on, you'll see, I'll leave it on for a second, and then I'll turn it off, and you'll see drips come out. So there you go, it's on. And then we're gonna turn it off. See how long that took for it to actually stop putting water out? and that's definitely not ideal. However, for the price of this thing, for the usability of this thing, if you have suction on and the water injection on, and you're just working over the areas, it's not a big deal at all. I found that it actually worked super, super well for me, just leaving the water on. Obviously, with the water on, you're gonna blow through that gallon faster. Now, I didn't do any of the upholstery seats in the Sequoia because they're leather, but I did pull all the seats out and I did the entire carpet, just with that 1 gallon solution tank. So, yeah, it's only a gallon, but it seems to last a decent amount. Again, this isn't putting out a ton of high pressure water. It's just giving you a good amount to be able to rinse everything away. It's enough to knock some stuff loose, but it's not going to be like a traditional, like full-blown mighty carpet extractor. Now, what else can I say about this thing? The nozzle, like I said, is just a hard plastic. Now, will that last over time? I don't know. I've been using it for about a week on and off on some jobs, just little spot jobs here and there. So nothing too crazy. The biggest job that I did was the Sequoia. They're doing that whole thing. But so far, I'm actually really, really impressed with this little unit. Now, like I said, guys, I bought this thing and it was $65. 65 bucks for this. A vacuum with these ratings, you can't really find for 65 bucks. Now, this thing is rated, it's a 6 gallon capacity and it's rated at 5.5 peak horsepower. Fantastic numbers. That's typically what I operate with on my vacuums. I usually use Rigid branded vacuums from Home Depot, but those numbers are fantastic. And the fact that they give you all these attachments, crevice tool, all that kind of stuff, it's a really, really cool concept, really good little unit. I will tell you guys, this thing looks much, much more professional than using like a little Bissell Spot Clean Pro or whatever it is. Those do an okay job as well, and they're cheap. If I had to choose between that or this for if I wanted to get into a budget extractor, it would definitely be this guy. So they're pretty much the same price. Like I said, this thing's 140 bucks normal retail, and the Bissell I think is somewhere right around there, 100 to 120 bucks, something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I really, really like this little unit. I wanted to share it with you guys. Like I said, I apologize. It shows out of stock right now, but hopefully they'll be back in stock soon. Keep your eye out for them. And also, like I said, guys, make sure you subscribe because I have another similar unit to this. I haven't tested it out yet, but I'm going to start working with it tomorrow. So I'll be doing a video on it very soon. And those are available on Amazon. So I'm excited to show you guys that as well. So anyways, I hope that helps you. It's a cool little unit that I found at that $65 price point. I bought 3 of them. I got one for the shop and then one for each of my 2 trucks that go out as a good backup. So yeah, great little unit. Another cool product from Hart. Again, I'm very impressed with it. Like I said, guys, the only downfall is probably these connection points. But we'll see how long they'll last. I'm assuming they're gonna last longer for me because I am not putting a bunch of chemical through it. It's just water going through for me. And I pre-treat everything else. So if you're interested in the carpet cleaner that I use, I'll have that link down in the description below. That's it. Please make sure to like the video, make sure you're subscribed, and we'll see you guys on the next one.